Best landing spot for rookie running backs is where? Let's talk about this from a Dynasty perspective. You're watching the Dynasty channel right now, and we want to know where we're not getting Ashton Gentied. We want to know where we're getting a coach that supports the running back. Not that Hendy hasn't done exactly what we've been wanting to do, expecting to do, cooking.
Let him cook.
But he hasn't delivered all year long. We've been waiting on Vrabel to pull the trigger, to produce the running back we knew was there the whole time. Harvey, same thing. Where might running backs go where the clear path of Starterville is available to them? We're going to break down all the best landing spots. We might not get them on draft day, but we'll at least know when rookies land in landing spots, whether what we concocted as the best possible scenario actually played out, and we'll be ready to go, ready to jump. The Fantasy Football Show, Graveyard Edition, Dynasty Show begins right now. File on in.
You're watching a Graveyard Stream. Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios, it's the Dynasty Fantasy Football Show.
So let's talk about best landing spots for rookies. Obviously, we're going to talk Jeremiah Love, and I'll get Travis in here to discuss this one too. Let's go over the best landing spots for rookies, rookie running backs walking into 2026. I'm going to pull up all the teams right here, and let's spitball this as fast as we can, and then go to the marker board where I'm going to write this down. So I'm going to write this down on the marker board. Let's go through team by team. Buffalo, no. KC, yes. KC right now is my top ranked landing spot for a running back, a rookie running back, especially after the news that broke mother freaking today that the KC Chiefs are not going to bring back Isaiah Pacheco, and they want to go hard at the running back position, especially as Patrick Mahomes, who had surgery one day after tearing his ACL, is expected to be back for week 1. We know that. It's a long ways away. Anything can happen, but the expectation is he will 100% in his mind. He will fight to be back for week 1, and I think he will easily be back for week 1. But they'll have to have a different offense. They're going to have to run the ball. They're going to have to get a running back. This is why we're hearing this right now. It's not a coincidence that they're like, Pacheco is not going to be a part of our plans. We're going to go hard at the running back position. KC is the number 1 landing spot in my mind. No doubt about it. Not a single hesitation in spitting that out. Going back to the entire list of NFL teams, Bengals, no. Jaguars, no. I don't think they would get rid of ETN and draft a RB. You never know. That could be something that opens up the door, but we still love Tootin. So I think Tootin would just get his opportunity. So I'm going to say no. Jets, they could trade Breece Hall and need a running back. So I'll put Jets in the corner here because they could be a potential team that opens up. Denver, no. Baltimore, that's interesting because will Derrick Henry be pretty much, toast by the end of the play if they even make the playoffs? Right now, Ziggy, what are the odds of the Baltimore Ravens making the playoffs after week 15?
The Ravens have a 37% chance of making the playoffs after week 15.
Yeah.
They're 1 game behind the Steelers in the AFC.
Ziggy
North.
off. Ziggy off.
Left to play.
Ziggy off. Turn off. Thank you. Off. He doesn't turn off very easily at all. Houston, I don't think so. Travis, you could jump in if you think you disagree or agree with any of these. Baltimore, they're a possibility. I think they go with the Jets. We'll put them over in the corner depending on how Henry looks. So Jets, Baltimore.
You think they're confident in Woody?
I don't know. He keeps getting hurt. I don't know if I think they feel like he's Algier before Bijan arrived. Like if they run into a scenario, they'd take Love in a heartbeat,
Okay. Yeah,
so we'll put Houston over with the Jets and Baltimore. Okay, so right now this is how I have it mapped out. I'll show this once we get it all. These are the potential they could become options if Breece Hall leaves, if Houston doesn't believe in Woody, or he gets hurt he gets hurt every game. He could be out for the year next week. Baltimore, Henry, we just got to see. I have a feeling they think he's probably done. And honestly, the way that the Detroit Lions drafted Gibbs, I mean, they could the Ravens could draft Love or someone like that, and then we're like, no, and then they for a year kind of just, make people like it took till week 7 for Gibbs to be used, so it wouldn't be ideal for Love on any level. That is one concern for me, is a team like that can grab him. Dolphins, no. Raiders, no. Steelers, I mean, yeah. I mean,
that's a weird situation, huh?
I mean, you got to put Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I don't know that they're going to be a team I want, in my top 5, but they're definitely going to be on the list. Tennessee, yeah, they're a possibility. I don't think they're high on my list. They're definitely considering a running back, I'm sure. New England, Vrabel's 100% going to draft somebody to piss us off. But no, they shouldn't do it.
They're going to bring someone in, no matter what.
Idiots.
Hopefully it's, depth. But.
Chargers, they're going to bring Najee in to New England and just run them, and I don't know. Or they'll just sign Stevenson to a multi-year, $20 million contract. Chargers, no, hell no.
No.
Cleveland Browns, no, they've got 2. They just drafted 2 running backs. Yeah. Indianapolis Colts, hell no. So right now, after going through the entire AFC, we literally have one amazing spot, KC, and 2 probably, I would say, piss poor spots that are needing running backs, but we don't think these are elite spots. That sucks. And then these potential avenues that could open up as players move around. All right, let's go over to the NFC. Washington. I should have been using this the whole time I'm talking about each team. Washington. Honestly, yeah. I mean, I kind of think same thing, right? As Mahomes. JD5's injured. Yeah. Let's get a running back in there.
And the way they use JCM, like, they didn't show any confidence in him. Oh, yeah.
Eagles, nope. Cowboys, hopefully they just bring Javonte back, but yeah, they're on the table. That might be the number 2 best spot, because we'd have no idea if they're bringing back Javonte. Javonte might want more money and not happen.
Especially because they can't tag him. They tag Pickens.
So right now, the 2 top spots for RBs, KC, Dallas. And Dallas could be eliminated based on a Javonte re-signing, but Javante's a unrestricted free agent. They have to tag him, or he just wants to re-sign there and takes a hometown discount like Godwin did in Tampa Bay or whatever. So that's pretty good. Those are 2 really good teams. KC and Dallas, those are probably the most ideal landing spots for sure right now.
Yeah, and Toner asked, is Jaden Blue dead? He's not dead, but he's not in their favor right now. Clearly,
He's not alive either. So yeah, it's unfortunate. Right. Giants, Scattaboo, no. Rams, no, they're very happy with Kyron, who they just extended, and Corum. Cardinals, very much are not a team that I think Benson's the for sure answer to, but I don't know that they draft somebody yet. But, we'll put AZ in that other bucket, because you never know what like if Benson's not looking good, like something happened, because his recovery was out of the box abnormal. So we don't know what we're going to hear in the offseason. Like, Benson has to have another surgery. And then we're like, oh, this is Jonathan Brooks, San Francisco, yeah, they could
never know with them.
They could convert CMC to a receiver in a way. So I'm going to put San Francisco not even that low on the list. What do we have? We had Tennessee. Who was the other team that was Tennessee? And who was the other team? I just erased them, damn it. Baltimore.
Oh, not with like Baltimore and all them other 2.
Yeah, what was it? Let me go back. I can see the stream right here.
Patriots?
Pittsburgh,
yeah.
Okay, I got it. See, this replay, I don't know if anybody else lives like this. Maybe you're not a YouTuber, you might not be like fast forwarding things like I do, or I don't know how you guys live your life. You probably do, because you're consuming content. Maybe you fast forward and do things to double tap on YouTube constantly. Like, that's how I live my life. I sit there and I'm like walking through the grocery store, and I'm like, what was on that other aisle? And I'll literally, even if I don't physically double tap, I'll in my mind be like, let me rewind. And I truly think I can, for a second, a split second, I think I can rewind my mind. I know we'll be able to do that in our glasses at some point, like in the next 2, 3, 4 years. But I literally think I can do that throughout my day. It's kind of like when you're playing what's the Grand Theft Auto, and you've been doing it for like when you were a kid. You did it for like, not a kid, when you were driving. You do it for like 12 straight hours, and then you get in your car and you see a little old lady crossing the street, and you're like, wait a minute. Whoa. I'm not in the game anymore. I literally think I could double tap, right tap. I don't know. Simulation, maybe. Okay, San Francisco, maybe. Seattle, I don't think so. It's possible if they like fall short and they feel like their running attack is just this rotation of something they don't enjoy. But they've got 2 players there. I know Walker's headed elsewhere, most likely. Charbonnet, we might get our wish that Charbonnet finally gets the keys to the castle of the kingdom, but I don't know. I don't know if they would be a team that's going to draft a high. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a decent thought if like but then again, Charbonnet with another rookie, I don't even know if I like it. So we're going to skip that one.
Right.
Lions, hell no. Vikings,
Yeah. They could clear that whole room out.
Okay, we'll re-rank these in a minute. Let me just write it down.
Vikings are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
If they decide to go that route.
Green Bay, no. Chicago, no. I mean,
No.
possible. It's possible that they draft somebody big, but like,
Yeah.
Swift is. What's Swift's deal? What's his contract? Let's see, DeAndre.
Yeah, the contract is what matters because, I mean, you got to give him credit. He proved himself. You know, he's been pretty good all year.
I have a 2027 unrestricted free agent, so he's on one more deal. I could see them. Yeah, I don't think they would draft an RB. Not any high territory of an RB. They definitely could draft somebody, but yeah, he's unrestricted free agent in 2027. That's a good contract. There's nothing wrong with that. They're gonna, and they love Manungai. There's just no way. I don't think
Have to go with them.
At least not being a great landing spot. Like you got to understand, Swift's not going anywhere. Manungai's not going anywhere. No one wants Love landing in Chicago with Swift and Manungai still there because Love will not just take over. It'll be a committee until they. Falcons, no. Bucks, hell no. Panthers, Dowdle's like Chuba's. This yeah, but this is weird. How do you put the genie back in the bottle when you're saying Dowdle earned the job? Like Chuba comes back from injury, they give Chuba the job back, and then they take it back from him and they say, sorry, we're going to lean on Dowdle. They play Dowdle as a starter all year, and Dowdle leaves, and then what do? Just go back to Chuba as a starter? Well, he wasn't worth playing over Dowdle in their mind, so they're really going to roll with him? That's a tough call.
I wonder if Dowdle stays.
He
or
could.
If he truly tries to go and because of the limited options out there.
Because of his age. Yeah, because of his age. I'd say right now, Carolina, I'm going to put them on that, could become an opportunity, but not a great spot because you have Dowdle potentially coming back because he's older and he can't get a deal anywhere else. Or Chuba's just, they got him on such a deal. And then the Saints. Some of you like Neal, but Neal's Algier, pre-Bijan. They're not going to avoid
and how much Neal's already all banged up, having, a knee issue, and so it's like, will that continue? They could definitely draft one.
Okay, so we've got KC, Dallas, Washington, Minnesota, San Francisco, New Orleans, Tennessee, Pittsburgh. We have potentially through, Woody failure, injury, or they give up on him. Houston, Jets if they traded Breece Hall. Baltimore if Henry falls off the face of the earth in the next handful of weeks. AZ if Benson news looks bad because he should have came back and he didn't. Like, that's awful. Carolina if Dowdle leaves, but then again you got Chuba there with a running. It's not a good spot. So these are kind of, I think Baltimore could be interesting. The Jets very much will need somebody 100% if they trade Breece Hall, or if they tag and trade Breece Hall. But as of this moment, I mean, we really could put the Jets over here because they'd have to tag him and trade him. And I don't know if we want to consider that a lock to happen. You know, it might take them out of this running over here more so than anything. So I'm going to write the Jets over here for now, just because that's a longer shot. Like, Baltimore needs to have Derrick Henry get hurt or just look bad. He's there. Woody Marks, same thing. Arizona, Benson. Carolina, Chuba. The Jets are, in theory, losing Breece Hall for sure, and they have to pull a rabbit out of a hat, tag him to keep him or tag him to trade him to keep him. So right now they're in position to get rid of Breece Hall. So let me get DJ in here real quick. DJ, mute yourself real quickly. I'll be right with you. So we got to decide. KC 1, Dallas 2. Number 3, is it Washington, Minnesota, or New Orleans? Or the Jets are. I don't think the Jets are not a good offense. So, and I don't believe they recover in 1 year. I don't think they rebound or rebuild in 1 year. So the Jets are not one of my favorite spots. They're here, but they're not going to be one of my favorite spots. Pittsburgh, I hate that situation. Tennessee, trash. So this is a tier down here. New Orleans, Shuck looks promising. Olave's really good. Maybe this thing turns around if they get a Love or a player like that. So New Orleans is good. San Francisco, it seems really bleak, but CMC staying healthy next year. You can say what you want about this year and all that, but like that's a tall order, and they could convert him to a wide receiver in some respect. And so they might draft, but I don't know if it's still crowded there. I don't like it. It could be good, but I don't like it really. So is it Washington, Minnesota, New Orleans? What's the 1, 2, 3 rank there between those three? Chat, vote in the chat.
Kind of look. So Jordan Mason is signed through next year.
Maybe it's New Orleans.
It might be because I mean, people can say what they want, but they're gonna stick with Shuck, who's been doing all right. You know, it looks like he can at least run an NFL offense. And Kellen Moore is there, and they're gonna try to build something there. So I mean, it could fail, but that might be the steadiest spot.
I say New Orleans 3. Washington's hard to trust though. You know, like they didn't use Bill all year, and then when they finally had a chance to use him, he did well, and now they're just going to go back to Rodriguez and Bill combo again. So you're saying you said Minnesota or New Orleans? I'm sorry, you said Minnesota or New Orleans was your next spot.
I said New Orleans because Minnesota. I just checked it. Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason are signed through next year, so they each have 1 more year.
Yeah.
And they're both at pretty cheap money, like decent money.
Washington 4 maybe, and that's a sketchy 4. Minnesota maybe 5, and then San Francisco 6. The Jets maybe 7, Pittsburgh maybe 8, and Tennessee 9. And like you guys could easily, DJ's on the phone too. DJ, if you want to speak up, you can. You're live. If you guys want to debate like Pittsburgh's 7 and Tennessee's like 10 and the Jets are like 6 or 10, like that's debatable to me. I think the one things that feel not very debatable would be KC, Dallas, and New Orleans being in the top 3 or 4 best running back landing spots, whether it's a different order. And Washington's just sketchy. Go ahead, Travis, and then over to JD or DJ.
Just
sorry,
quick on
DJ.
Just quick on Pittsburgh. So Gainwell's gone. He's a free agent, which that'll be interesting to see where he goes. But and then Jalen Warren is, I believe, only signed through next year as well. So if they don't believe in Caleb Johnson,
that's true.
Then that could be wide open. They could even move off of Warren. Then it's wide open for that spot. So Pittsburgh could actually come up.
Okay, I'm gonna put them at 7. Okay, so this is so. In a nutshell, it's KC. Let me see if I can move these. Washington 4. Hold on 1 second, boys. Washington 4. Washington 4. Washington 4. Washington.
While you're doing that, real quick, just on Kansas City, I noticed Toner said, will KC be willing to convert to a running offense? And then Jay Realist, who's in the Patreon a lot, he's a big Chiefs fan, likes to say that Breece isn't a not a running offense and this and that. And I don't really buy into, like, if you have an elite running back, you have to be a running offense, because these guys are used in the passing game so much now, and offenses are just different. It's not like you're not a running offense or passing off. Everyone passes.
Yeah.
So
Am I
I think
wrong?
a running back can fit anywhere.
Is it dumb to even have San Francisco in this top 6? Just because it's complicated. Like, I don't.
Probably because CMC is gonna, even if they convert him, he's still gonna get 10, 15 carries a game, even if they went that route.
So Pittsburgh, maybe.
And they'll probably just run him into the dirt.
You know, I'll put San Francisco over in this area where they can become a spot. I don't think they deserve to be in here.
Yeah.
The more I
think
look
that's
at Tennessee, and then the Jets.
And Tennessee is another one. Depending on how Ward, progresses, it could become a good spot, but it's a little up in the air.
I think it's the worst of the spots, but it is a spot that potentially can be. So it's
right.
KC, Dallas, New Orleans, Washington, Minnesota, Pittsburgh, the Jets, and Tennessee. And then these are avenues that could open up over here. That's, I have to say that's enough spots for me, given that this class, and Travis said earlier, doesn't think this class has as many studs, and while that's true, just wait for my rookie running backs, because there'll be at least one.
It does change.
Yeah, there'll be at least one or two more running backs you're gonna love after we get done with the videos and everything. But this is quite a number. This is quite a number of spots, given there are really only 2 or 3 rookies that seem extremely viable right now to be potential studs in this league if they're leaned on, and then we have the free agent running backs right here. This list of RBs: Najee, ETN, Javonte, Rico, Breece Hall, Kenneth Walker. So if we go Kenneth Walker, Breece Hall, Rico, Javonte, ETN, that's 5. And so we have enough spots that the 2-3 rookie running backs can fit in. This feels like a pretty good year for need of RB and the inventory of our RB available needing homes. It feels like a good fit this year. It doesn't feel like we're trying to squeeze 18 running backs into 4 spots. And honestly, the top 3 spots are pretty solid. New Orleans, Dallas, KC. Those are very, very, this is almost a tier break. Washington, sketchy. Minnesota, sketchy. Everything, this is a major tier break. So we want Love to go to KC, Dallas, or New Orleans. If he doesn't, it gets a little more complicated. A little more Genty, Harvey, Hendy, Clarity, complicated.
Yeah, and then I guess, the next thing to do would be to just kind of look and see, like, when are these teams picking, and I guess most of the backs will be able to be taken after the first round anyway, so maybe that doesn't factor as much. But.
DJ, go ahead.
Yeah, this is, best show on the planet. Love the topic. I'm a running back guy. And this particular topic to me, emphasizes the premium on, the running back position. I mean, last year's running back class had a lot of depth. I think Travis is right, as well as you are, Smitty, with regard to maybe there being Love is a no-brainer first-round pick. But I don't think there are many Judkins, Hendersons, even Harveys, Woodies. So these free agents, I think, are going to be pushed up the board depending upon their landing spots. I think Baltimore, I think I would have to put Baltimore at 6 out of the teams that are listed. And, that is because, Henry's there, the year or 2. But, I mean, they run the ball. I mean, it's just in the ideal spot. And I don't know how long Henry's going to be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think in terms of land, because if we were considering San Fran, we would have to consider Baltimore, kind of CMC, and CMC is even that much better. So I think just better offenses, I think that cutoff would be, for me, at 6. Baltimore's offense, I think, is better. Pitts, Jets, Tennessee, maybe even Houston would slide in at 7. Not too sure how sold they are with Woody Marks, although I like him and whatnot, but he seems like he still has to learn how to run the ball. That's a whole nother thing, but maybe good for Dynasty. But yeah, so interesting topic. The emphasis on running backs, I think, is highlighted in this particular show, man. When you think about it.
I think,
especially this year with the free agents.
Ultimately, it's a hard tier break, though, for me. Just those top 3 spots, KC, Dallas, and New Orleans that's gold. That feels Gibbs fitting into New Orleans gold, or fitting into Detroit. Gibbs in Detroit, Bijan in Atlanta, like just very good fit, lots of volume. Obviously, Atlanta's got its struggles, being a consistent team without solid quarterback play, healthy quarterback play, but I do think that this feels pretty good. Like, Love goes to any one of these 3 teams. I love it. Husseini, you're live.
Oh, what's up, Smitty? I was just tuning in to join the convo. I was just listening and joining the convo. Nothing too specific I was going to talk about.
Let me do this then. The top available running backs, including rookies and free agents in order, my order: Love, Hall, ETN, and probably say it depends on the build, but I still think Dowdle is super elite, even if he only has 2 years left. Let's say rookie number 2, my secret rookie number 2, which I'll have a video on, and then probably Walker, and then probably Javonte. Man, how do you not put Javonte? Like, it's hard. This is a really good group. You could easily put Javonte over Rico if you wanted up here. So this makes sense. Love, Hall, Etienne, Javonte, then Dowdle, then rookie running back 2. But very, very close and debatable that rookie running back 2 could be the 3rd or 2nd or 4th we just got to wait on that. But this is kind of like one of those exams you took in high school. Match up the pieces. It's like, okay, Love to KC, Hall to, man, does Hall go to Dallas? Like, if he doesn't,
what if we just say
Hall to Washington?
You think Dallas just keeps Javonte though? Like, don't you think there's a pretty good chance of that?
They could, yeah. So if we went like that, so Javonte to Dallas, KC, Love, Breece Hall could stay in New York. But can we picture him as a Viking or a Commander or New Orleans Saint?
I could see him anywhere.
Maybe the Saints.
I have to think he wants to leave.
Let's go.
I mean, I know he said he wants to stay, but
what about ETN to Washington? That would be. This would be beautiful. Minnesota Dowdle. Minnesota Pittsburgh. Minnesota Pittsburgh. Dowdle Pittsburgh. Dowdle Minnesota. Dowdle the Jets. Oh, I hope he doesn't go to the Jets. He'll die there.
I can see Dowdle and Vikings.
Who? Dowdle Vikings. Yeah, he could be. That's who's left. I mean, that's the only team really left.
Vikings. Yeah, the Vikings basically have to move off of one of Cook or Mason.
Walker Pittsburgh.
I think they could bury Mason.
I wonder if Walker could go to Pittsburgh. I could see Walker in Tennessee and just go in there to rot.
I could see Walker rotting.
What about Walker to Baltimore?
That'd be awesome.
rookie running
I just
back.
I think Walker
How
and
many
Minnesota
carries
would
there are
be
to go
good.
around?
One at a time here. Go ahead, DJ, real quick.
Go ahead, DJ.
I was thinking maybe Walker in Minnesota because of their scheme. Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. Could see it. I mean, it's interesting. You try keying this all together and pairing them. I for some reason, look, New Orleans. I'll be the first to admit when I need to change directions, and I think Shuck's kind of exciting. And I think the and I did not like him. I was dogging on him in the off season. So change directions, adjust and adapt. That's part of fantasy football. You learn, you change your mind. I'm not saying I totally love him yet, but New Orleans feels like an exciting potential future. Olave's coming into his own again, bouncing back, avoiding concussions, looking strong. I mean, this is a guy we had pegged as a top 5 to 7 wide receiver in fantasy in Olave. And I'll admit, I wasn't believing he was going to stay healthy, and he is. So New Orleans is kind of just a really nice little place to potentially go. And if they get a Breece Hall or an ETN or a Love, it's a good spot. It feels very much like the Detroit Lions landing spot to me. There's something that people are going to be like, and then later on it's going to come together. Dallas would be great for anybody right away and for later. They might not win the Super Bowl, but they're going to score a lot of points. What if
I think Travis said it. Travis had said that the QB, I'm on, Shuck. That was my attempt. He knows how to run an NFL offense, man. I mean, and then you have Kellen Moore, right? He seems to be getting in his bag. So you might be right about that.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. All right, boys. Well, I'm not going to stay too long on the Dynasty channel here. Let me go over to DJ, final thoughts, then over to Husseini, then over to Travis, and then we'll be out of here.
Just good stuff, man. Best show on the planet.
Thanks,
Smitty. Thanks, Wyatt.
Later, bro.
Later.
Husseini.
No, just same thing DJ said. Just touch on the plan. I'm glad I found this place because I'm gonna draft like crazy next year and hopefully get the championship back. Because after winning it last year and then not making the playoffs this year, it's kind of crazy turns. So
yeah, I'm glad you found us late. You found us late, but man, you turned your team around. I mean, that team, if I remember, it'd be interesting if you send in a message sometime in the next couple weeks. Don't relax right now, but what your team was and then what you finished with. Because your team, I remember you showing us that one team, and then you ended up having so many options we couldn't get it straight week in and week out. It was so bad, but you did a good job.
Yeah. Yeah, I lost Neighbors. I lost JE5 for the most part. I lost James Conner and then Benson. And then like you said, I didn't have the show when I drafted, so I stupidly drafted Ashton Genty with my second pick.
Well, we would have probably helped you do that too because we were huge on Genty. So
yeah, I was too. Yeah. I picked Neighbors and Genty, and so they kind of.
His ADP was top 12, so everybody was high on him, bro. All right, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. See ya.
Yeah. See you tomorrow. Later. Travis, final thoughts on this particular topic or anything?
Yeah, just a couple quick things. My only issue with Baltimore, I could see them taking someone, but for the next year at least, maybe 2, I don't know how many carries there will be to go around. They don't seem willing to, run 2 backs. I mean, unless they make a big shift in philosophy, it seems like they're just going to run Henry into the ground. But maybe they change it up.
Well, we'll see.
And then with Arizona, I really wonder about Benson. I like Benson, but like you said, the way that his rehab and stuff is gone, are they even confident in him? And look at how they had to cobble it together this year. So that could end up being the spot.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow, my man. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Smitty.
Later. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. very interesting. I'm going to put this on the board over here. We'll keep it on the board for the main show on the main channel. Make sure you subscribe over on the main channel. That's youtube.com/the fantasy football show. But KC, Dallas, New Orleans seem to be the best landing spots. We'll kind of doctor that up and make it look a little better. Jordan Love. Keep saying that all day today. Jeremiah Love. Where will he go? Who's saying he wants KC? See you all tomorrow. Appreciate you. Make sure you're subscribed. Let me hit all the links real quickly, the important stuff. Patreon, 24/7, 365 live chat group. You want a live chat group where you can talk, ask questions, trade advice, just talk about whatever. Just 24/7. Have your own like family that's sitting there on demand chatting. That's the link right there. And make sure you're playing Underdog promo code Smitty for week number 16 and the playoffs. You can do a playoff draft. There's that link right now. And then make sure you're over on the Rumble. I got Rumblers. I did have Rumblers over there earlier. We're not live on Rumble right now. But please subscribe to the Rumble channel. And then, of course, subscribe to the main YouTube channel if you haven't already. That sucker is right here. If I could find the dang link. Here it is. Please subscribe to my main YouTube channel. It's right there. If for some reason you're watching and you found me here and you're like, oh, he has another channel. So there it is. I'll see you all tomorrow. I'm live Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, every single Monday through Friday. Live whenever big news breaks. And live at midnight Eastern almost every single night on the main YouTube channel, which is not this one. And then we're trying to go live or do a video upload once a day on the Dynasty channel here. So thank you for being a part of that. I'll see you all tomorrow.